Have you ever thought about hiking and thought, man, I really want to do that, but you just said to yourself, I'm not even sure that I'll be able to do that? Well, you're not crazy or you're not weak for questioning it. But our bodies changing in midlife does not mean that we can't do those things anymore. We just need to approach things a little bit differently. And I'm here today to tell you how we're going to do that. I'll be honest, I know what it feels like to love hiking or to want to do things or being really unsure of if my body is even capable to do this. Because I love the idea of getting outside and seeing trees and seeing nature, walking on a dirt path, but I also start to get a little nervous about what can my body actually do now and how it responds in certain situations. And I'm sure you feel like that too sometimes. You know, you look at something and you think, can I do that? I know I used to be able to, but can I actually do that now? Or maybe you're just even looking at this season of life thinking, how did I get here? Where did the time go? If that's you, I just really want you to realize that you are not alone. I know there's just so many women out there, especially my age in midlife, who just question, I know they still want to get out and do hiking or do things outside, but they really question themselves. What if I get hurt? What if I'm too slow? What if I slow everybody down? What if I don't keep up the right pace? What if I look out of place and I look totally dorky out there? I mean, all of us start to think these things when we're outside and starting to try to maybe do things to get out of our comfort zone. I want to say to you, it's okay. That's normal. All of us feel that way. I felt that way when I very first started like 10 years ago. And I really didn't start getting into this until 5 years ago, 7 years ago. But of course you feel that way. It's totally normal whenever you're trying anything that's brand new. And truthfully, I still feel that way occasionally. I've been doing this a while and I still feel out of place sometimes. But I want to let you know, when you're trying something new, coming back to something that you love, but maybe you haven't done it in a while because life just got in the way for a lot of years. When your body feels different, it's okay. It's just different. It just takes courage to get back out there and try something else or try the thing that you wanted in the first place. Look, and truthfully, I am not saying this as somebody who has it all figured out. I literally am just like you. I'm saying this as somebody who's learning too. I just love hiking. I love backpacking. I love getting outside. I love seeing trees and the mountains and the streams. And I really love that feeling of getting to a viewpoint and thinking, wow, like I just climbed that hill back there. I did this. But truthfully, you know, I'm also in a season where I got to be honest with myself. I am not the same person that I was in my 20s. I'm 52. My body is changing. My recovery is different. It's a lot longer. My strength matters way more than I ever thought it would. And a main problem is my mobility and my balance are not even close to what they used to be. I have to be really careful. That's why I am religious about trekking poles, because I will fall and stumble. But the thing is that I know it, and now I just accept it. So you just learn to work around your limitations. And my preparation for a hike is just way different nowadays. And honestly, some days feel really super frustrating. Some days are super humbling. And some days I really wish it felt easier. But I also know this, I don't want to be on the sidelines anymore. I want to take advantage of this time. And that's what I'm here for you, is just to tell you that we just need to do things differently. And it's time to tackle the things that you want to do. You too are capable of doing all these things. Trust me, if I can do it, you can. What does all this mean? It just means that one of the lies I think we've been told, or we even tell ourselves, about midlife, is that we're not capable anymore, or that we're getting older, so we're not able to do the things we used to do. And that maybe if our body feels different, maybe we're done. And I'm here to tell you, no, we don't have to do it that way. We just need to adapt to it. And I really have found that social media plays into this, because, you know, I'm just as guilty as everybody else. Like, you look on these accounts and you see these beautiful, fabulous influencers that are out hiking. They're in their 20s, maybe their 30s, and they're all fit, wearing their cute little outfits. And then I think, oh man, I really wish I could do that again. You know, maybe we start to think adventure is for other people, or adventure is for people that are that age and that I'm too old. Maybe we wait until we're less nervous, but I'm just here to tell you, it doesn't really get to be a perfect situation. You just have to start. But what if we didn't wait? What if we just started with simple things? What if we started with the body that we have today, not one that we got to take 6 months to train? Maybe you used to get up and go hiking without thinking twice about anything. You didn't think about your knees. You didn't think about your back. You didn't think about your stamina. You just got up and you just went, right? We all did that when we were young. And then you find reasons to stay home, and then another season is passed. And then it just begins this circular loop. But here's what I'm learning and what I'm hoping to share with you. And one of the takeaways I hope you'll take today is that time is passing, and confidence does not come from waiting it out. It just comes from getting started. So what does that look like, right? For me, I'm going to be honest, I am a very slow hiker. I hike really slow, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And I tell everybody, if they know they're coming with me, I am slow. I mean, I'm talking like uphill about 1 mile an hour, maybe 1.25 miles an hour, downhill, maybe 2 miles an hour. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because I think when we first get started, we think we have to go super fast because that's what we used to do when we were younger. But again, we just got to do things differently, right? And we just got to remember, hiking is still hiking no matter the pace. Whether it takes you 2 hours to get to the summit or 10 hours to get to the summit, the view is still the same. So it's okay if the pace is different. It's okay. It's just reconnecting with things you love to do, and you're just going about it in a different manner. And you know what? Sometimes going slower, you actually enjoy the trail more. And because I'm slower, I know that, and my strength also has to be up to par. So again, this all ties back to the strength training aspect of hiking. Strength training is a huge part of this puzzle. I just want to keep doing the things I love to do. And I know strengthening my muscles and my tendons and my joints, like that is all part of keeping me on the trail. And I firmly believe it will help keep you on the trail too. We need those strong legs for climbing. We need strong bones, strong joints, and that's just for everyday living as well. I have learned just over the last few years that weightlifting is not separate from hiking. It's all part of that puzzle. And lifting keeps me hiking, and hiking keeps me lifting. So that's one of the main reasons I started this channel, was for Lift, Hike, and Thrive, because it's all intertwined. I've really learned that this second act of life still has so much adventure in it, and it's definitely very freeing. We still have that chance to change ourselves into whatever version of ourselves we want to be. And I really, truly believe that. So even if I'm nervous, even if I don't have all the gear, even if my body has completely changed, which it has, we're just allowed to begin again from right where we are. So after watching this and you're still really nervous, just start with a short trail. If you're nervous about your knees, you just use poles. And if you're nervous about going slow, who cares? You just go at your own pace. Slow is still moving. So going slow is better than standing still or not going. And nobody cares. I think that's the one thing that's so nice about getting older. Nobody cares. And if they do care, you don't care that they care. Or if you're super nervous about going alone, then you just start somewhere that's maybe familiar to you if you don't have anybody to go with. Or if you're nervous what to bring, just start with something simple. Or you can even YouTube a bunch of videos about what to bring. I even posted a video about what to bring on a day hike. I'll link that down below. And really just be kind to yourself. It is okay. We're in this middle chapter of life, and it's okay. You have to accept where you're at. And you will get better the more that you do it. You don't have to become a different person before you start. We're out there to support everybody. We're out there to support each other. And you don't have to have everything figured out. I know I sure didn't. I have learned you literally learn something with every single trip. You just really need a doable starting point. And that's it. That's how it begins. You just start. And that's exactly this community that I'm trying to build here, is because I want to encourage other women to experience what I've experienced if hiking is your thing, or you think it might be your thing, because it has really, truly changed my life. And truly, I just want this community to be about women like me. And you don't have to be super fit or crushing crazy miles. And I really, truly hope that someday I'll be able to do all that. I probably won't, but that's okay. But not all of us are starting at that place. I just want this to be a place for the women that's curious or nervous or has a lot of questions, or just want some extra support, especially for women that maybe are starting to rebuild their second act, and like I am, and we just all help each other do the best we can. Give some insight where we have insight, or teach some lessons that we had to learn the hard way. And it's for the woman that spent years taking care of everything else in their world, whether it be jobs, family, parents, you name it, whatever. It's about supporting people that are going after their goal, starting some new adventures outside. That's where I feel like a lot of people are in this stage of life. And this is for women who want their second act to feel super strong and feel capable and alive and experience those things that truly lighten them from the inside out. And that's really what this is for. Real people, real bodies, real fear, real curiosity, and really just women that are brave enough to begin, because that's the hard part. Because your life is still happening and your body may be changing. Mine is too. Your pace is probably changing. Mine's super slow. There's still some hills that I look at and think, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? But you just do. I just do. And your energy and recovery will be different, but so what? That's just part of it. We just choose the trail that fits us and we start step by step and we just keep going. And I would love to hear from you. Like, please drop a comment and let me know what part of hiking makes you feel intimidated. So if you want to get stronger, get outside and build a second act that really resonates with what you really want to do in life, I would love for you to subscribe and join my community. Thank you for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video.